People of the world, can you believe it? It is Friday, August 14th. This is Marketing as a Foreign Language. My name's Kellen. Google search helps users find live sport games, linear TV shows. That's kind of cool. In midst of the pandemic, how to optimize your Google local knowledge panel. That's a big piece of real estate that could be useful for your entrepreneurial endeavor. Snapchat adds lenses inspired by TikTok dance trends to boost exposure for its AR offering. Snapchat continuing to fight TikTok. Instagram looks to crack down on bots with new review and ID process. Oh, good. Facebook is testing new post-level analytics for groups. So if you have a Facebook group or are thinking about starting one, new analytics for those. LinkedIn outlines new process to detect and hide inappropriate in-mail messages. I receive so much garbage from LinkedIn. And Google adds new option to edit your Google My Business profile direct from search and maps. Google My Business profile is obviously very important for local businesses. Marketing as a Foreign Language starts right this very second. All right, so floating above my head is the chat box. Brad Hess coming in strong with I miss sport games. Oh, the amazing Brad Hess. Yes, Ace Handyman Matters of Summerlin, but they service the entire Las Vegas area. You should definitely use him for all of your handyman related needs. Brad, why don't you throw your number in chat so people find a way to contact you. He's also very tall. I don't know if you knew that about Brad Hess, but thank you for the comment. Mr. Hess, Google search helps users find live sport games, linear TV shows. Google improves its live TV and sports search features. Barry Schwartz in Search Engine Land writes, Google announced it has added a feature to Google search to help searchers find live sports games and live TV shows. Google has had TV listing schedules since 2013 and made numerous improvements to that search feature over the years. I don't know. I mean, is cable not totally dead at this point? I mean, it feels like it should be. Why are we paying for this? Also, Brad's number's up there. If y'all need any handyman related services, they're absolutely fantastic. And you're in the Las Vegas area, watch it live. But now, Google is bolstering how users can find and quickly watch live sports games. I can dig that. Right now, it just works with MLB and NBA games, but Google said they will be expanding it to other leagues soon. I've been enjoying watching NBA games. Users can search for where to watch the Clippers game in brackets or how to watch the A's game on their mobile device. And Google search will list how they can watch the game live either on TV networks or other internet-based networks. Show me the internet-based networks, please. So if they just search for specific terms like Dodgers game, Google will show live scores, top stories, and standings. And now Google will also display a new Live On button, which shows the live TV option in the searcher's area, which is pretty cool. I just wish we didn't have to have cable. Anyone? Not just sports. Google will also show what TV shows are live, not just sports games. Google said searchers can look for what to watch or good shows to watch on Google mobile search. All of these brackets that you're seeing here are different ways of getting the information you want. Obviously, the Google On TV Now search carousel shows programming across multiple channels that's currently airing. I mean, my fear would be if I want to watch a live game and I don't know what exactly to search, then all of a sudden I'm getting like spoilers, that sort of thing. But I guess if you're trying to watch a live game, it wouldn't really matter. So the specific search is how to watch the blank game or where to watch the Clippers game in brackets, or maybe just where to watch the Clippers game, and it does the trick. So there you have it. How to optimize your Google local knowledge panel. Okay, so turn your local business profile in the search result into portals that can deliver customers right from your listings. Establishing a presence for your local business in Google and Bing search results enable potential customers to learn about your products, blah, blah, blah. Very boring. A local knowledge panel, which Google also refers to as a business profile, acts as your business's portal on the search results page. Unlike brand knowledge panels, claiming one is relatively straightforward. Optimizing it to attract customers, answer questions, and support your business's operation is the real change. So I guess my question for this article is, if I type in the name of my company here, Send It Rising, this here on the right-hand side, to me, looks like a Google My Business, just profile. So is this knowledge panel different? So local knowledge panels are information boxes that Google displays for queries that it interprets as having local intent. They typically contain business information such as hours, location, contact info, reviews, and images. That's what we just saw in my specific example. However, the exact details can vary depending on the type of business. You can think of them as business profiles that appear within search results. So yes, I guess you would consider this over here a knowledge panel. And so we've got an example here of PV Donuts. Who doesn't love PV Donuts? Am I right? 1,353 Google reviews for their delicious donuts. Factors such as relevance, distance, and the prominence of the business contribute to its visibility in local search results. So, I mean, this is huge. This is kind of the holy grail of marketing for many folks. If you can show up in with this knowledge graph, you're doing really well. And then obviously, if you can show up for like a search like internet marketing, which we don't, but we'll show it anyway. Internet marketing Las Vegas. So these first three results here locally are really strong. Not so much for B2B, our business to business, which is what we do, but like Plumber Las Vegas, for example. Plumber Las Vegas. So if you can show up here, you are a pretty happy camper. Where you search from matters. Fewer people obviously dive in all the way here, but you're really looking at these first three results. Boss Plumbing Las Vegas is killing it. So factors such as relevance, distance, and the prominence of the business contribute to its visibility. Yes, yes, yes. Bing has local knowledge panels, but no one cares about that. The benefits. You know what? The benefits are obvious. Getting started. Okay, so here you've got a little manage this listing button that you can click on. You can also head directly to Google My Business to find or add your business to Google. If you haven't done that, you're crazy. How to optimize. All right, there's a million different things you can do here. So you have a detailed about us and contact pages. This is obvious. You basically want to go through every possible little thing on your Google My Business profile and make sure it's completely fleshed out. Images, obviously. Every image that you take yourself, Google understands that it's a unique image. If you take an image from Shutterstock, it knows that that exact pixel configuration has been used in other places, so try to take unique images. You can also upload 30-second videos, which is a big deal. Oh, wow. So they have a link here to Google's Cloud Vision API. That's something we talked about before. So sometimes they did change this. No. So right here, this little box right here, cloud.google.com/vision, you can actually put an image. So let's put my face in there. Boom. You put an image in there, and what it's going to do is it's going to tell us what it sees. It's going to analyze this image. This, of course, is a unique image. Oh, I have to prove I'm not a robot. And then wait a bit longer. So here you go. What does Google think about this picture of my face? Joy. Very likely. So that's exciting. Confidence, 94%. I'm sure what that means. Objects, person, 92%. Clothing, 61%. Oh, hair, face, facial hair, beard, chin, cheek, head, forehead. Fantastic. Properties, yeah. And then safe search. Yeah, it's safe. So there you go. I've looked this up before. It used to actually have Send It Rising information here. But it no longer does. Anyway, point is that it knows what it's looking at. It knows what it's looking at. So if you want to try out this cloud.google.com/vision, it is a lot of fun. You can put in pictures of like airplanes, and it'll tell you like the make and model of the airplane sometimes. So that is something worth taking a look at. Okay, so the point is, on your Google My Business profile, if you have unique images, it understands what those images are, pretty much. There are some profile attributes you can add. So if you have in-store shopping, curbside pickup, delivery, you can also add woman-owned business, veteran-owned business, black-owned business. These are all options that you would want to add if that relates to you. quote, this may be from Google here. Because of COVID, Google has been pushing those front and center. Hawkins, not sure who that is, said of the Google My Business Profile attributes, these special indicators can help you stand out from other search results, especially as safety-conscious customers resume patronizing local businesses. All right. The number of reviews, obviously, huge deal. You want a bajillion of those. Question and answers. This is the craziest thing about the Google My Business Profile is anyone can ask a question. So if I click here and I go to ask a question, I can write whatever I want for any business. So I could say, why are your burritos so expensive? Expensive. And of course, this would be ridiculous because this is an internet marketing company. Do you see what I'm saying? Like, people can ask the dumbest and most random questions that have absolutely no relation to what you're doing. And that would simply be something you'd have to respond to, which is, of course, ridiculous. Okay. So you want to keep an eye on those. If you have someone on staff who can write questions, or you have clients that can write questions, you can simply answer them. And that is something that will help that profile grow. And posts, obviously, Google Posts are a big deal. They allow you to offer coupons, talk about what you're doing. They only last for a certain little period of time. Let's do a live test and see if we actually got some posts on the Send It Rising Google My Business here. I do not see any. Fail. Live example fail. So the posts usually appear down here towards the bottom. Some previous updates. Let's see. There we go. So our last post was on August 7th. So you can't really blame us for that. So we've got August 7th, July 31st, July 24th. And these are posts that die pretty quickly, as you can see. In about a week, they are toast. So this is a good way to get the ball rolling on Google My Business. Thank you, Esther, for her delightful comment. This is incredibly important info. Great job, Kellen. Great job, Esther, for killing it with Allstate. You're in good hands with the SaaS agency people. Esther SaaS. Get a car quote today. You know you want to. You know you want to. All right. So, yep, Google My Business, big deal. All right. For some reason, we're unable to X out of this. Why? Why does it not work? It simply does not. Okay. So, Google My Business posts, big deal. Additional local features. Let's see. For example, you can add a messaging button to your local knowledge panel to allow customers to contact you in real time. You can receive text messages. This is a big deal. Certain businesses may also be eligible for the request a quote button. If I were an insurance agency, I'd be interested in that. Business owners that decide to implement these features should respond to customers within 24 hours. So there you have it. This is searchengineland.com, how to optimize your Google local knowledge panel, for those of you that are interested in maybe doing a deeper dive in that. Snapchat adds lenses inspired by TikTok dance trends to boost exposure for its AR offering, augmented reality. While Facebook is looking to take on TikTok directly via the broader launch of its copycat Reels function, Snapchat appears to be taking a different route with a new selection of AR lenses that have been built in collaboration with popular TikTok influencers and encourage users to participate in TikTok dance challenges via Snap's tools. So obviously, there's blood in the water. There's blood in the water. People are smelling the death of TikTok, and they are looking for multiple ways to take that money. As reported by The Verge, these new lenses, which are currently featured on the Lens Studio homepage, are based on TikTok's dance trends and, as noted, have been created in collaboration with the originators themselves. The idea is that users can add the lens effects to their clips on Snap, then post the videos they create with them to TikTok. Okay. That will then ideally help Snapchat to entice more users from the short form video platform by showcasing its tools within the TikTok community. So they still must be bullish on TikTok despite all of the recent news. Obviously, the shift to augmented reality is a big deal. It's not going anywhere, and we should keep an eye on it. The Snapchat social media platform leading the way on augmented reality. So they're going to keep pushing forward. Instagram's going to push forward Reels, And there you have it, working directly with influencers. Instagram looks to crack down on bots with new review and ID process. Instagram is making a new push to stamp out bot accounts via a new process that will require the owners of profiles found to be connected with suspicious behavior to provide identification information to confirm that they are, in fact, a real person. Instagram writes, "We want the content you see on Instagram to be authentic and to come from real people, not bots or others trying to mislead you. Starting today, we will begin asking people to confirm who's behind an account when we see a pattern of potential inauthentic behavior. By prompting the people behind accounts to confirm their information, we will be able to better understand when accounts are attempting to mislead their followers, hold them accountable, and keep our community safe." It would be hard to, well, I shouldn't say it would be hard to own one of these companies, but to effectively police a social media platform in 2020, that's challenging. Instagram will take a range of measures into account when assessing potential bot activity, including when the majority of the profile's followers are in a different country to their location, if there are clear signs of automation use, such as bot accounts as followers, accounts engaged in coordinated inauthentic behavior. Instagram says that this new push will only involve a small number of accounts and that if an account holder is asked to confirm their identity, the information they provide will be stored securely. They say that now. That's what Instagram said. Oh, no. Barack Obama's not going to have his Twitter account hacked. Elon Musk, you're safe. You're fine. It'll be stored securely. Don't worry about it. So Instagram taking on a huge liability here by saying, hey, send me ID information that we're going to, keep, they say, and deleted within 30 days once the review is complete. They definitely should delete that data. That is a huge liability. Let's check out the list of ID options that Instagram wants. Let's see. Birth certificate? Oh, no. No. Driver's license, passport, marriage certificate, official name, change paperwork. You can send us one of the items from group 1 to confirm your identity. Oh my God, dude, that would be gnarly. If you don't have anything from group 1 with a photo, you can send us 2 different items from group 2. A bank statement? You're going to send Instagram your bank statement? School ID card, that's not too bad. Utility bill, that's not too bad. Social security card? Dude. Are you kidding me? Wow. Instagram starting to collect some real private information about folks. When an account is identified as a potential bot or fake profile, it will continue to function as normal until the allotted time period provided the ID information, to provide the ID information. Holy smokes. If an account chooses not to confirm their information, their content may receive reduced distribution or the account may be disabled. Yeah, well, that makes sense. Hoy. So Instagram's been gradually upping the pressure on these fake accounts. Since late 2018, Instagram made a concerted effort to remove likes and followers gained through third-party apps and tools. So the push, along with legal proceedings launched against follower and like sellers by parent company Facebook, has had some impact on the fake engagement marketplace. Yeah, let's not forget that this is basically Facebook asking for people's social security card. You know what I mean? Whoa. Heading into the 2020 U.S. election, Instagram is looking to take more action. And while its capacity for human review of such accounts has been impacted by COVID-19, the new initiative will provide another way to put more pressure on disingenuous accounts. All right, the battle continues. I mean, look, if they actually target, this all comes down to them actually targeting legitimate fake accounts. So if they do a good job of actually finding legitimate fake accounts and they shut them down, great, hooray, no problem. But if you are identified as a fake account and you aren't, and all of a sudden they're asking you to send them this pretty private information, I can see folks getting pretty cranky about that and lawyering up Facebook. I mean, because you have to understand, there's people who make their livelihood on this program, right? So if your livelihood is being threatened and you're being asked to provide them with, sensitive information, I don't know. I can see that really rubbing people the wrong way. So we'll see how they manage that. Facebook is testing new post-level analytics for groups. So I've never been much of a Facebook group person. If anyone in chat has ever had a Facebook group, let me know. There are obviously some really successful ones. There is a gentleman whose name I should remember but simply do not. Dave Ramsey who's a big like pay off your mortgage type character. His company has a gigantic Facebook group of people who, paid off their mortgage early, have no debt. Hooray. That sort of thing reminds me that businesses can absolutely have Facebook groups that are successful around not necessarily a business idea, but how would you put it? Around a general concept that is good for people, an educational Facebook group, if you will. So here we go. Facebook explains, quote, with post level metrics, admins can easily see the reach of a post with the unique number of people who've seen the post, as well as engagement by reaction, comments, shares, and clicks. Each post also shows the number of active members in the group at the time of the post, a key driver of reach and engagement. So we're really not going to dive into this. I think you understand that. That's new from Facebook. LinkedIn outlines new process to detect and hide inappropriate in-mail messages. Unsolicited advances are a problem on all social platforms, but they seem especially out of place on LinkedIn, according to Andrew Hutchinson with Social Media Today, due to the platform's professional and career focus. Esther writes, I belong to insurance groups and UK television shows. Well, there you go. Esther Sass in Facebook groups, using Facebook groups, and yet many people, many women in particular, do indeed experience harassment on LinkedIn. Last year, former LinkedIn CEO Jeff, let's just go with Jeff, addressed the problem publicly and said that they were looking to take more action to stamp in-mail harassment out. Yet Jeff also declined to provide numbers on how often such harassment was occurring, but there are various accounts online of serious issues with LinkedIn harassment, and now LinkedIn has a new system to detect and reduce the impact of such for its users. In a new post on the LinkedIn engineering blog, LinkedIn outlines its new detection system, which has been trained on examples of past reports of harassment via LinkedIn messages. Ooh, romance scams. Members who carry out financial scams through fake or hacked accounts using romantic messaging to defraud a member. Inappropriate advances. LinkedIn is not a dating website, but for some members, they choose to inappropriately solicit other members for romantic purposes. That would be infuriating. Targeted harassment includes bringing an off-platform conversation or dispute into LinkedIn, such as stalking or trolling. As I mentioned in a previous episode, I was on Twitch, and some person said, say the N-word or I'll bomb your house, basically. And I couldn't believe it. I thought to myself, you're crazy, obviously. And they're like people trying to blackmail you, especially when you get into streaming and that sort of stuff. So there is obviously a dark element here to be sure. Taking these examples into account, LinkedIn has built an algorithm that can now detect harassing messages based on a 3-step process. First, sender behavior is scored by a behavior model. Second, content from the message is scored by a message model. And finally, the interaction between two members in the conversation is scored by an interaction model. So, trying to police LinkedIn. Also hard. Google Ads, new options to edit your Google My Business profile direct from search and maps. So when we were talking about the knowledge panel earlier, we're basically back to that. I think a lot of business owners don't know what Google My Business is per se, or they get confused because it was Google Plus for a while, and then it was Google Maps, and now it's Google My Business profile. And it's just, there's so much language that surrounds it that I think it's just confusing. So as part of Google's ongoing efforts to help businesses manage their online presence, it's now adding new options within search and maps, which will enable business owners to manage their Google My Business presence directly from those more commonly used tools. So it's as if you could just go and find the ability to manage it by just searching your company name, clicking on the knowledge panel, and voila, click manage. As you can see in these images, you'll now have options to edit your business information, view messages, check reviews, all from your business's Google search listing. I should refer to it as a search listing. So as explained by Google, quote, to start, make sure you are signed in with the Google account used to verify your business. Okay, so it requires sign in on Google Maps. Simply tap, well, obviously it does. Simply tap your profile picture on the top right corner of the mobile app and select your business profile to access these tools. On Google search, you can look up your business by name or search for My Business to update your profile. The My Business functionality is currently available in English and will expand to other languages over the coming months. So up until now, you needed to log into your separate Google My Business platform to access those tools, but apparently you no longer have to do that. I am interested in let's try it. Let's see if there's a little manage. Wow, this page is absolutely not working. Okay, you would think that right here there would be a way for me to manage. I know I can click right here and click edit my business information, but there's some private information in there. So I am not going to click on that, at least not on live stream. Okay, so that was our final article of the day. So today, nope, let's go all the way back here. All right, Google search helps users find live sports games. That's a typo. Linear TV shows. So yeah, you just have to search where to watch the Clippers game, how to watch the A's game, etc. Google's got new information on where you can find the specific channel and or online venue to watch, which is pretty cool. You've got Google My Business. This is a really good Google My Business article. Again, searchengineland.com, how to optimize your Google local knowledge panel. If you're serious about having a great local presence, this is a good article to just go step by step. This is cloud.google.com/vision. You can put anything into this little box right here, this little gray box right here in the middle, and it'll tell you what Google thinks about the image, which is pretty neat. Social media today, yeah, we've talked about this a million times. Snapchat is trying to take share from, what do you call it? TikTok, and TikTok continues to be exposed to a potential sale, you could say. Esther writes, there is a decent delay with the overhead chat. There is, to be sure. There's actually a delay between when you hear the words that I'm saying. It's about 20 seconds. And who knows why? Because streaming is just like that sometimes, especially on YouTube for some reason. Instagram looks to crack down on bots with new review and ID process. So let's not forget that Instagram is Facebook for all intents and purposes, and they're asking people for their driver's license and social security cards, which they are deleting after 30 days. And if we learned anything from the recent Twitter debacle, it's that, these are not secure as perhaps we would have previously thought. People could be sending them birth certificates, passports. I mean, hello. That's a treasure trove for a hacker. And they're publicly announcing this too. They're saying, hey, we're gonna collect all this information. You know what I mean? Like, and even if it's 30 days, let's say there's like 72,000 accounts, right? Where different people got flagged and they're holding all this critically important information. Like, that's a little sketchy. Facebook is testing new post-level analytics for groups. Okay, great. You post on your group, you get better analytics. LinkedIn is trying to stop the insanity on the platform of people harassing other people. Obviously, they should be doing that. Google adds new option to edit directly from the search result for your Google My Business. Ladies and gentlemen, me and my daughter, we're going to go up to Mount Charleston tonight, Fletcher Trail. So if y'all want to swing on by Fletcher Trail, that's where we're going to be. There's a rock on the path. We call it Wish Rock. You put your hand on it, you make a wish, and it always comes true. So if anyone's into wishing on a rock, Fletcher Canyon, Trailhead, Mount Charleston. So it's going to be good times. I'm excited about it. Thank you to everyone who's hitting up the chat. I genuinely appreciate it. Thank you, everyone, for hitting the like button. If you are watching us on Facebook and you want to support us on YouTube, you can swing on over there, hit Send It Rising, search for Send It Rising, and hit the subscribe button and the notification bell, all that song and dance. Thank you very much, everybody. Much appreciated. Happy Friday. Hope everyone has a wonderful weekend, and we will see you all on Monday for the next episode of Marketing as a Foreign Language. Thank you, and thank you.